Hello, everyone. I'm fighting the dogs right now. No, you can't sit here. Sit there. Sit there. Lay down. Sorry. They're in a mood today. How's everybody doing? Hey, Miss Dawn's doing laundry. Yes, nicer day tomorrow, which is good for me because it's a travel day. Grateful for sunshine. We had a little sunshine this afternoon. It was peeking in and out of the clouds. Good, sending rain my way. Well, somebody sent it here, so it's got to move on. 2 to 3 days of clouds. Yes, in a terrible funk. Hi, Henry and Leanne. How are you all today? Yes, we all miss her. There's Donnie. Hi, Donnie. How are you? How's things down there in Florida? You're probably having better weather than we are. And there's Dawn. Hi, Dawn. Say hi to Scotty for us. I've been trying to watch your cruise videos. Oh, yay. You're finally camping. That's great, Donna. So happy for you. Local's good. Just get you out and about. Yes. How's Pamela and Donnie doing? Yeah, at least she's out. So, how is everybody? I'm doing pretty good. Had a really good day the other day. Well, actually, I had a couple of good days because I got to go have lunch with Dawn and Jennifer. You saw the picture on the thumbnail. Sit down, Dee Dee, please. And we had a nice time visiting with one another, enjoyed a meal together. And then the next day, I drove back into San Antonio to go to the Alamo and to see the Riverwalk. So, I only had so much time because it takes an hour to drive in from where I'm at. And then, of course, an hour to drive back. And I can only leave the puppies for no more than about 6 hours. I got back and they were ready to go outside and pee, let me tell you. So it was a good thing that I came back when I did. But I had a really good day with Jennifer. It's been so great meeting you, Jennifer, and spending time and getting to know you a little bit. It just makes it really fun when you can meet your viewers and know a little bit more about them. So thank you. The time spent with you the other day was just very enjoyable. That would be wonderful. Yes, I was happy to see you too, Don. There's Ken and Carla. Hi, guys. Prepping for a new awning next week. Well, that's exciting, Henry. Glad it's finally happening for you. Carla put her blanket away. Yes, it was. Very much. Very much. Opening it up with Don and Jennifer. Yeah, we had a good time together. We went to the Bombay Bicycle Club. I was walking in there all ready to get me a nice salad because I've been missing some fresh greens and stuff lately. And I walked around the corner from the parking lot, and all you could smell was these delicious smelling burgers. So I ended up getting a burger, and boy, it was really tasty. It was enjoyable. Yes, it really helps my leg pain a lot. So I don't have nearly as much pain in my leg as I used to, nor the swelling. So it's been a godsend for me. The only problem is these dogs. I wished I didn't have this little center console piece so that they could get closer to me without having to be right up on top of me, because they want to climb over the console and sit on my lap, and both of them on my lap at the same time is kind of difficult to do. So I'm going to put this down and see if that helps the lighting. Is that better? I was trying to let you see outside, but I think the lighting is too harsh that way. So let me just set up a little bit more. That's cool. So anyway, had a great day at the Alamo. I'll tell you, some of the outside of it was more interesting than the inside of it. And Jennifer was able to, she knows the artist that's done a lot of the paintings and the bronze sculptures that are outside the long barracks. And so it was really great to see. And it was so interesting to note that Phil Collins is such a avid fan of the Alamo and collector of artifacts and stuff that he donated to the Alamo, to the museum there. It was amazing the amount of artifacts that he's donated there. I'll be putting out a video soon, and I have some pictures and video of some of the stuff that he's donated. It's really phenomenal. So I hope that you'll like that when I get it out, hopefully by next week. So, okay, great. I'm glad. Don't want backlining with the video. True, very true. All right. Yeah, I had no idea either. So it was a lot of fun. Just the history alone of the place is amazing. Yeah, she had this one picture that she wanted to show me with that was originally painted with a camel in it. And we couldn't find the painting. Was in that closed area. More than likely. Where to next? I am headed up towards Lake Whitney. I'm going to be up there from the 22nd through April 9th at 3 different locations. But anyway, I'm going to be there that long. I was trying to get through the solar eclipse. So I was having difficulty finding a location between my stay here and my next stay at a Corps of Engineer Park up there, and some problems with booking because of dates and that sort of thing. So I found a free Corps of Engineer Park on Lake Whitney that, it doesn't have electric at the sites. There's water at some sites, but not at others. But it's totally free for 14 days, and there's an RV dump there, and it's on the Lake Whitney. So I'm going to be staying there and boondocking for about 10 days, I think it is. And then I moved to another Corps of Engineer Park, but it has electricity at this site. So that'll be nice. And then from there, I go to another park. That's the Thousand Trail Park at Lake Whitney for 3 days throughout the solar eclipse, and leave there on the 9th. And right now I'm looking at different sites, trying to find a direction to go in once I leave Lake Whitney. So I've got a couple in mind, and I'm not sure yet which way I'm going, but I'll figure it out within the next week. We're in the Alamo area, but it was 2020. Oh, no one was doing anything except staying at their campers. I'm sure that's probably true. They're doing a lot of construction um, on the street out in front of the Alamo. They're adding a education center there at the Alamo complex. So lots of construction going on, but it didn't dampen the ability to see the Alamo at all. Yeah, traffic is a little difficult getting down there, but it was okay. It wasn't bad. I got there at like 10 o'clock in the morning, I think it was, and got the parking garage was fairly empty. I parked just right up on the second level going in, and didn't have any trouble finding a place. So, and it wasn't a very far walk at all over to the Alamo. Yes, my generator will run at least one of the air conditioners. So that's really all I need at any point in time. I have a Predator 3500 inverter generator. So, yes, you guys will be just kind of in a different location on the lake. Yeah, I came off the 281 as well and right into the parking garage. That's the problem, probably getting there after lunchtime, and things are a little bit busier around lunchtime. So there's going to be more people. More cars have already had a chance to park, and so it makes it more difficult. That's why I like going early in the morning. Hi, Kim. How you doing? Are you guys getting ready to roll? Won't be long, probably, till you all are moving. So sorry that we're missing each other this year. Maybe next year, who knows? It'd be nice. Be nice to see you. Yes, and we're on a military base, so it's an issue. What's an issue? You still should be able to leave in the. Well, you've got Rambo though, so I guess that's probably part of the issue. Have to give him his medicine. Everybody's saying hi to Kim and Daryl. What's Mr. Daryl doing? Is he on here? I hope so. I'd really like to see a good patch of him. Um, so once I get parked, I'll have like 10 days in this next spot. There's PJ. Hi, PJ. So hopefully I'll be able to find a patch of them where I can actually take my good Nikon camera and go get some really good photographs. Henderson, Nevada. Yes, I'm disappointed we will not be able to catch up. There's always next year, for sure. Well, y'all be careful. Be safe in your travels. Hi, Summer. How are you? How's the weather up there? Y'all doing okay? Is it warmer than 50 again? It's been pretty nice here today. We had a little bit of rain throughout the night. Not as much as they said we were going to get, which is nice. It was supposed to be pretty stormy last night. And it's been cloudy off and on and kind of misty, but we had about 3 episodes of the sun peeking through the clouds and giving us some good sunshine for a change. So it was really nice. Very nice. There's Mr. Daryl. Hi. How you doing? Hoping everything goes well for you. You guys get back in your travel habits. It's kind of hard after you've been sitting all winter to get ready to do all that all over again. No, it's freezing. Where are you at, Maryland? I'm I'm hoping, well, you guys are probably going to be getting some more snow too, it looks like from the weather. Measurable snow outside. Wow. I'm so sorry. 28 feels like 18. Oh my goodness. That's not good news at all. We don't get real rain until it says 80%. Yes, drippy stuff. That's kind of what it's been. It's more, it's not even really drippy. It's just more of like walking through a mist. Mobile Tech is getting ready to travel. Where are you heading? I think you told me last week and I forgot. You know how it is when you get old, you forget things easily. Good deal. Good deal. Well, let's hope you don't run into a lot of cold weather yet. There you go. Well, I'm just glad I don't have to deal with that. Southern California, well, it's not a shabby place to be for about 3 weeks. Good deal. Get you out and about for a change. That'll be nice. I know you probably miss it. It's been a little while since you've been out, I think. Or at least I haven't seen any videos where you've been out. So I gotta put everything down in the kitchen tonight, and then tomorrow morning I have to go blow off the slide before I put it in. That's one modification I think eventually I'll end up doing is putting a topper over this slide, just to make life easier on me because it's doable, but it's very doable. I mean, I have the ladder, and I tie a string around I found a nice little compact, lightweight leaf blower. And I just tie a string around the handle and I tie a string around my wrist and I climb up the ladder. And then when I get up there, I just pull the leaf blower up because there's no way I can hold on to it and climb the ladder at the same time. So it works. And it's battery operated, so I don't have to worry about cords or anything like that. And it only weighs about 5 pounds with the battery added onto it. So it's really very lightweight and easy to work with, and sufficient enough to blow off my slide. So it works for now, but it would just be nice not to have to do all that. So that being said, it probably won't happen until I get back home, where I can not have to worry about time away from the camper and where am I going to stay and what am I going to do. So that's probably one of the first things I'll do is make an appointment so that when I get back home, I can drop it off and they can add a topper for me. So we'll see. We'll see if that works out. Twin Lakes and Bridgeport this summer also. That's such a nice spot for you. I always enjoy the pictures that you post about that. Looks like a very pretty place to spend some time. Okay. Well, hope you'll enjoy your pot roast. And shoot a video at the same. No, I don't think so. I kind of have my hands full while I'm doing all that. I can't even imagine trying to do that. Maybe if I had a GoPro, but I don't have a GoPro. Jennifer has a GoPro and doesn't care for her, so I don't know. I've heard a lot of people like them and a lot of people don't, and I get by without it, so I'm not going to worry about it. She'll have the camera head strap. Oh my gosh. Maybe some double-sided tape on my forehead. That's not what everybody wants to see, though. They want to see me climbing the ladder. Let's be perfectly honest about the whole thing. Y'all don't think I can do it, but I do. GoPro is complicated for sure. Yeah, it's not something I want to take the time to worry with right now either. Yes, exactly, Marilyn. I don't need any of that. Well, see, they tend to be unreliable. I know Daryl used one for a long time. That's all he shot his videos with. He seemed to have really good luck with it. Um, I don't know about other people, but I've heard some good and bad things about him. So it's not anything I'm worried about spending some money on. You like it, Don? You use it a lot? Nomadic Fanatic fell off his roof, of course. Drinking was involved. I'm sure that's probably true. Well, I'm not going to get up on the roof, but I could easily fall off the ladder. It's not a pleasant thought. And I don't quite get up to 12 feet, but still, I think 9 feet is enough. I get up high enough to point the blower up there and blow off all the stuff that's up on the top of the slide. And then I'm back down. So I don't spend a lot of time up there. But it's a lot better than before I got it. The first time when I did it, I took my my Swiffer, where you can put the pads on there and just dust the floors. So it's just a plain flat Swiffer. So I got up on the ladder and I did that, but the Swiffer would only go about halfway onto the slide. So I had to do it from that side and then move the ladder around to the other side and do the other side of the slide. So I'm not going to do that. That's too much work, and it's not my favorite activity. I'm not real good with heights to begin with. And being up on a ladder like that and trying to get stuff up there to use to clean off the slide, it's not my cup of tea. I do it because I have to, but I'm only going to do as much as I really need to. Backs everything to the cloud. Oh, that's nice to know. You hate the GoPro, and I've never even tried it. Just watching Kevin try to sort it. Nope. Yeah, debris on the slide outs. You have to clean them off before you ruin the slide or the motors. So I have to make sure that it's cleaned off. He broke his ribs. Wow, that's not good. 3 GoPros and 2 drones. After church, free to a good home. Oh, that's so funny. You are a mess, Daryl, but we love you. Oh, and riding his motorcycle. So that's insane. That'll be the next thing that happens to him. Couldn't happen to a nicer guy. Oh, it's silly. Could use a couple of short pieces of lightweight PVC with an elbow to create an extension for your boat from the ground. Attach a camera to the end so you can see. Well, that's an awful lot of work. Oh, that's insane. I don't think I want to do that either. That sounds like I'd need an engineer. And his DF dumped him. I'm not sure what DF means. Girlfriend. Okay. That makes more sense. Okay, Dawn. See you later. Blower. Okay. That makes more sense. You need a sandwich for you blower from the ground. Yeah, that would just that would be insane. So anyway. So tonight is just all about putting stuff down and getting ready for tomorrow and then taking off. I'm going to try to leave here by 9 o'clock if I can. So I like to get up. I like to get up at 7, but I may have to get up earlier tomorrow so I can get up and drink some coffee before I get out there and clear off the slide. I like to give myself an hour and a half to 2 hours, just still getting used to the whole routine of hitching this fifth wheel. And I like to make sure that I'm not making any mistakes. So, well, I'm looking for sites near Abilene, but I found this one. Let me see if I can pull it up. I found it on Campendium, and see if I can find Campendium on my phone. It's called Winter Elm. Winter Elm, what was it? It's in Winter, Texas. Anyway, it's a small lake. Um, it says dispersed camping. Well, not completely dispersed. They do have like 20 amp electric, so they've got basically 110, which I don't think I'd even bother with that. But there is water available there. They've got a dump there, but you have to pay a $3 a day use fee. But otherwise, it's free for 14 days. So I'm thinking of staying there. And then I'm going to be heading up to Lake Meredith. So I'm looking at Lake Meredith, and then hopefully I'm trying to find something over on the eastern side of Colorado so that I can get up into Wyoming. So I'm starting to look at boondocking sites in Colorado, eastern Colorado, to see what I can find. And I haven't really had a chance to dig into it much yet. But if y'all know of any place, like I said, on the eastern side of Colorado, and then I'm going to be going, I want to go to Vidavoo. So that's off of Interstate 80. It's near Laramie. Not quite all the way to Laramie, though. But anyway, Winter Sound Creek. Yes. Ken and Carla, whoever did that. That's the one. I have to pay attention all over and getting on the road. That's for sure. It's a lovely state. It's so very diverse. There's so many different parts of Texas with different landscape. It's amazing. Yes, Winter Sound Creek. That's it. Is that a requirement for driving? Yeah. Stay, use fees while you camp. Yeah. Um, but anyway, I mean, $3 a day to pay for camping. That's I'll take it. That's pretty cheap. And there's not a, I think there's like 8 sites there. And from what I've read from all the reviews, it's, usually pretty quiet there. So I'm hoping it works out. Up that way too, but avoid the mountain passes. Yeah, exactly. That's why I want to go on the eastern side of Colorado, and don't get into the Denver side. And definitely not Grants Pass. So, yeah, gonna stay east. And if I can't find anything there, I'll, go through the panhandle of Oklahoma and up that way. But I really want to see camp in Colorado. I haven't camped. Well, I have camped in Colorado at like Garden of the Gods, in regular campgrounds. I haven't camped in, that was in my teardrop way back when. So I haven't camped in the Airstream or in this new rig, of course, in Colorado. So it'd just be nice. Oh, are you looking at Class Bs, Donna? That's interesting. That'd be good for you. That's why I have state park pass for $70, no day use fees. Yes. And that would be, if I was going to stay much longer in Texas, it's well worth it. I agree. I did have one the year that I came through and went to Cap Rock and Palo Duro, but then I didn't use it in Texas, during that year another time. So it is what it is. You talked yourself out of it again. Pass is great for residents, I'm sure. There's lots of thoughts before doing anything. Always. Yes. No, I'm not going to ski resort areas. I don't want to. Weather's been so crazy this year, and it's going to be like April when I start heading up that way. And I'm not convinced that it's going to be warm enough in higher elevations yet to be doing that kind of stuff. Am I getting used to my exhaust brake? I haven't really had to use the exhaust brake, so no. I haven't been there yet. Yes, it is very good if you camp a lot. It's a good deal. Unfortunately, and I don't go into state parks that much because they're more expensive to begin with. As for Nevada, but you have to live in Nevada to get it. Oh, well, that's not good. Again, is that a requirement, Carla? Oops. Thinking, yep. So anyway, but that's kind of the direction that I'm going. No definite plans yet, and that's just kind of the way things work when you're doing this kind of lifestyle. You don't. I mean, I don't have my whole year planned out. There's just no way to do that. So I'm just kind of taking it a few days at a time and doing some searching when I get time between puppies and chores and um, going out sightseeing and things like that. So, but I'll be working on it once I get up there to Lake Whitney, and I've got like 10 days to just sit in one spot. Um, Other than driving around looking for bluebonnets, I'm not going to be doing a whole lot of sightseeing while I'm up there. So it'll give me more time to search for um, camping places a little further north. So that's kind of the plan for now, and that's all I really know. So unless you guys got something good you want to talk about, you better hit me up with some ideas. Yeah, yeah, you can only do so much at a time, and You know, sometimes your brain just gets tired when you're looking and looking and looking. My mind just kind of shuts off after a while, and I'm like, okay, I got to put this down and walk away. And then when I come back with fresher eyes, I can usually see a little bit more. All right, let's talk about food. Who wants to talk about food? Dawn's not on here, so rice is a thing. If y'all want to talk about that, what is for dinner? Well, today I've got leftover chicken Alfredo. Um, I guess I could tell you all about this. I the first day that I got here and I was setting things up, finishing my setup, a lady walked over and introduced herself, asked her if I needed any help because I was climbing up into the back of my truck. And I told her no, and we talked for a little while. And she is a leader for a camping group called Glampers on the Go. And she invited me to come over and spend some time with them. And they had like a potluck almost every night. And one morning they had breakfast. But I didn't go to all of the stuff because I was doing sightseeing and things like that. But, you know, I got to meet some new people. And we all went out to dinner last night at a local Italian restaurant that was absolutely delicious. So my meal tonight will be my leftover chicken Alfredo. I heard about that. I still need to vote on it. I did hear something about that. So we'll see because they have one of the best state park passes. Um, it's always been amazing, and I've never taken advantage of it. Unfortunately, I've really not. I think I've stayed maybe one or two places in New Mexico. Rice is fair game. Yeah, yeah, and the chicken Alfredo was really good. I just love Italian food anyway, but yeah, they did of course, they had a lot of seafood dishes, and I'm glad we got there when we did. We got there a little bit early in the evening. We got there at like 5:30, and so there weren't a lot of people there, and they had a lot of fish specials that night. And by the time we were getting ready to leave, it was really smelling, in my opinion, pretty badly of fish. And y'all know how I feel about fish. So the smell of it just makes me almost sick to my stomach. But other than that, it was a good place to go. Yeah, it was good. Corned beef, eggs, Benedict for breakfast. Now that sounds like something I would love to try. I love corned beef. Never had eggs Benedict, so but it looks wonderful. So I would like to try that. Oh wow. Count me out if that passes. Yeah, for sure. Um, uh, Camping everywhere is going up in price. It's just getting ridiculous. I just hope they don't raise the price in Florida state parks any higher than they already have. Texas is getting expensive. Well, that's why I like Corps of Engineer parks. They're very affordable, and so you take their price and then half it with my senior pass, and it's very affordable camping. So that's why I like Corps of Engineer parks. Yeah, there is a lot of free camping in Nevada, and you can camp at them. Yeah, many have dump stations. That's cool to know. Yeah, I would like to do some camping in Nevada. Um, I just don't know that I'm going to get that far west this year. Um, so we'll see. I'm just it's really kind of hard for me because I have to worry about going home every November or December, not only for the holidays for my family, but because I need to go to my doctor. So it's kind of like I have to make a circle every year. Make a circle, make a circle. So it gets a little bit annoying. Kind of like camping on the moon. Yeah, yeah. When you look at the landscape, that's true. California has become a dump station. Oh my goodness. They've had a lot of problems with waste and everything out there. Should be your last trip to California. Why is that, Mobile Tech? Just not gonna go there because you don't like it, or you don't want to go that far anymore? Well, to Southern California anyway. Okay. I would eventually like to go to the redwood forest. That's my big draw to go to California. Um, I don't know. I don't think I even want to go to Yosemite. It's just those national parks there are so hard to get to, and now you have to have these reservations and everything else just to get in, and that's very true. And I have actually done that before. Uh, so you never know. I might have to stop at one. Northern California has much to offer. Yeah, national parks or zoos. That's what I mean. I mean, it's just like trying to herd cattle through um, the chutes that they use, to load them. Yes, yes. The smell of fish is just disgusting to me. You make your own national parks. Yeah, I'm all for that. So I've heard. The only problem is having to spend money on camping on the way up. You call them Larry Land. That's incredibly funny. Yeah, the Oregon coast and the redwoods also. Yeah, no desire to go back to Yosemite. I don't know. I just it there's just something about Yosemite that doesn't really attract me. It's overrated. I think so too. I think so too. I just think I could spend my money better in other places. And whatever that means. So hopefully, getting back to the food topic, I still have those pork chops in the freezer. So once I get set up in my 10-day spot, then I can actually cook some pork chops and make a video of that. So used to be a beautiful place to go. A lot of them used to be beautiful to go to, but they've changed so much over the years, and so much about the park system has changed over the years that it's I don't know, it's harder to access these places, in my opinion, vicariously on YouTube. Yeah, exactly. um it's just one that I don't really want to go to. I do, however, want to see the redwood forest. Columbia River Gorge, I've heard, is a beautiful drive aside from the usual high winds. Yeah, that I have heard. You've flown from a hang glider in Yosemite, Mobile Tech? That's amazing. That's the way to see it if you're going to see it. Bottomless State Park in New Mexico. It's near Roswell. It was very nice and was full hookups. Nice, Henry. Thank you. I don't know that I'm going there this to New Mexico this year, but um, Bottomless State Park. I'll have to put that on my map. near Roswell. I tried to go to Roswell, but I was towing my trailer as I was going through it. It didn't work out good, so I just kept driving. I couldn't really find a good place to park to do it. Yeah, and Mount Rushmore is, um, I mean, it's neat to stop and take pictures, but you probably were better off just driving past or taking pictures, uh, because there's not really that much there. I don't think, or there wasn't when I went there anyway. I mean, you've got a bunch of flags and a walkway, and they have a small museum, and but there just wasn't a whole lot. Bottomless Lake. What did I say? Did I say something different? Oh, Bottomless Lake State Park. Okay, got it. Yeah, the sequoias. Yes, for sure. Um, before they all fall down. The dog park in Roswell's nice. Plenty of parking. Interesting. That's funny. When did you go to Roswell, Jennifer? So we have our Mount Rushmores. Yeah. Very true. And I have some really good pictures of Mount Rushmore. My granddaughter and I went there together. Um, so yeah, it was check. I've been there. I've done that. I went to see Crazy Horse, and Custer State Park. That place is beautiful. I wouldn't mind going back there again, um, but it's kind of expensive. So I think I would boondock outside of it. But the park itself is gorgeous. So boondock outside and take my senior pass and go right on into the park. The wildlife loop is really incredible. We saw lots of wildlife there, and at one point we had a buffalo kind of visit the edge of our campground loop, so that was kind of fun. Um, and you see all kinds of little rabbits and squirrels and um, jackrabbits. They have jackrabbits there, so it was fun. Send your grandkids out to the crowded places to get the photos. The parks outside. Well, I mean, she went with me in the teardrop. So it was her and I, uh, from Florida all the way out to Yellowstone, and we came back down through Colorado and um, went back across Kansas to Missouri and then back home to Florida. So it was a long trip. We took 2.5 weeks. We saw South Dakota, and we went to Yellowstone together, and so it was a lot of fun. It was a good trip, but and we did really good in the little teardrop. So you want to see Wall Drug? I had to go see Wall Drug too, but the only thing about Wall Drug is you go into one end and you go through the store and you look at all this stuff, and then you go into the next store and they have almost all the same thing that the first store had, and then you go into the next store and it's just a repeat. It's a constant repeat of the same stuff over and over again. So I only went through about 4 or 5 stores and got bored, and we went and got because they're famous for their pies there. So we went and got a slice of pie and split it because it was a big piece of apple pie, and then we left, and then we went to see the Badlands next day or whatever. Um, but anyway, you got to go there. You got to go there just to experience it, if nothing else. 3 times with the camper and the dogs. We stopped at the dog park. Your camper's much smaller. Yeah, it's much easier in one of those little max trailers like you have. I could have done it with my teardrop too, but it's a little bit harder with a trailer that's 10 feet longer than that, which is what the Airstream was. wants to go back to Devil's Tower, boondocking real close to it. Um, I don't know. I don't see the big draw to the Devil's Tower, so I don't know. Um, I, maybe the camping spot is worth it, but yeah, I'd probably camp there and take pictures and say, okay, there's Devil's Tower. I don't see it. Close Encounters of the Fourth Kind. Oh my goodness. Anyway, so yeah, I'm after I go through Wyoming, I'm going to go some into Montana and then maybe look for some places in North or South Dakota. So who knows where I'll end up. And then September, I'll start working my way back towards Florida, late October and September, when it starts cooling down a little bit. Once I can stand the temperatures again. I've heard about that, Jennifer. Cliff is going to have 75. Henry, I'm sorry, I'm reading ahead. Um, yes, I've heard that they're decreasing the amount of sites there. It's gotten really busy, just so many people on YouTube and Camp Indium and whatever seeing that, and they've just exponentially gotten more visitors. I would agree, Jennifer. I would agree. Wyoming is by far my favorite state, although I'm loving this hill country in Texas. Um, it's beautiful here, absolutely beautiful. So it's kind of nice to drive through the desert part of Texas, uh, or desert landscape, but I like the greenery. I really like greenery. You meant the wall? Oh, the wall in South Dakota? Yeah, just to visit. Yeah, for sure. So, anyway, that's kind of my plans for this year. And go home and see the doctor and see what shakes out. And then hopefully next year I can get out of there after Christmas and start heading west again, um, and go through Arizona, go to Arizona. And then I would really love to see Nevada. And I'd love to see more of Idaho. So maybe if I can somehow work my way over that way up into Northern California and go over into Northern California and Oregon, that would be fun. That would be fun. Yeah, the flowers. I'm grateful for that because what I've seen is pretty, but I really want to be able to get close to some flowers and actually take good pictures. Oh my gosh, Donna. I don't even want to talk about that CPAP. I hate that thing. It's absolutely the most annoying thing I've ever had to do in my life. Um, and to have to wear it every night is just, it kills me. I don't put it on until I'm so tired that I know I'm going to go to sleep in the next 5 minutes or so. That's how badly I hate it. So I'll sit in bed and watch a movie or whatever until I start drifting off, and then I'll turn it on and put it on and lay back down. Um, and when I've been doing that, I'll get like 6 or 7 hours on it. So, but I don't like having anything on my face or my head when I'm sleeping. I don't like my hair on my face. I always pull my hair back like this when I lay down on the pillow so it's not all over me. I just don't like stuff on my head. Oh, so see, that's great. Yeah. So, yeah, I'll come and see you and then head to Northern California. Eastern Washington, lived there for 20 years. The blue lupines were beautiful in the spring. I bet they were. So yeah, that would be nice. Oh my goodness. South Dakota and Wyoming this June. Well, hopefully we'll get to see each other, Henry. Do you know where you're going to be yet? Have you made decisions on where you're going to stay? Yeah, I don't like, yeah. Stuff touching my face makes me crazy. And over the last few days, the pollen has really been getting to me here. I'm okay as long as I'm inside with the door closed, but I want to go outside and there's a little bit of a breeze or whatever, and that pollen's floating around. I start sneezing like crazy, and my nose starts running. So I've been staying inside most of the day today. Tomorrow I'll probably have to take some Zyrtec just to fend off the allergies while I'm trying to put everything away. June is a good time of year, Henry, to do that. That's the perfect weather. I think that's when my granddaughter and I went, was in June. I don't know. The temperatures, I think, are really good that time of year. So, all right, guys. I really don't have a whole lot more to say today. So I'm going to get off of here and heat up my chicken Alfredo. Well, hopefully the north wind will blow that pollen out of here. That would certainly be nice. It's going to be west-northwest tomorrow while I'm trying to drive, so I'm going to have a headwind the whole day. Been good seeing everybody. It has. Happy spring. It'll be Easter soon. Y'all get your candy. All right, guys. Thanks for coming. Love you guys. Talk to you next week. Bye.